Esa einai el heharim me'ai yavo Ezri me'im Adonai oseh shamayim va'aretz esa einai el heharim me'ai yavo Ezri I lift up my eyes to the mountain. Where does my help come from? I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? You know my help, it comes from God who made
Shabbat.
Yavo Ezri Esa Enai El Heharim Me'ayin Yavo Ezri. Esa Enai El Heharim Me'ayin Yavo Ezri Esa Enai El Heharim Me'ayin Yavo Ezri Ezri Me'im Adonai Oseh Shamayim Va'aretz Esa Enai El Heharim Me'ayin Yavo Ezri. I lift up my eyes to the mountain. Where does my help come from? I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? You know my help, it comes from God who made heaven and earth. Esa Enai El Heharim Me'ayin Yavo
Asher Malach B'terem Yitzir Nivra Le'ed Nasa V'chefzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Ve'al Hare
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Ready?
Shabbat Shalom. Shalom to you and I got a business.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hi, I'm James and Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom from the Skolnick family.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Good to see you as always. It is so good to be here, so let's just dive in with those words from the Psalms. Hine ma tov u'manayim. How good it is that we're here together.
Hine ma tov u'manayim. Shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim. Shevet achayot gam yachad. Oh, how good and oh, how pleasant when we come together. Oh, how good and oh, how pleasant when we come together as one. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov, u'manayim. Shevet lanu gam yachad, gam yachad, gam yachad.
Hello everyone, Shabbat Shalom. We welcome all of you to join us in lighting the Shabbat candle.
I'm loving our new tradition of having families submit their sharing of prayers, or students from our religious school sharing their reflections. One of our older traditions when we were in the sanctuary, when we were up on the bima, was very often welcoming congregants up to the bima to light candles with us. And they would be very often sharing in special life events. And coming up soon is Jerry and Elise Wolfson's 50th wedding anniversary. And I'm thinking of them right now during this candle lighting, this Shabbat candle lighting, as they are beloved, as they are Dodi. And as we recognize their belovedness, we also recognize our beloved Shabbat, and we welcome our Shabbat in with Lecha Dodi. Lecha Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. La 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 la. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor la 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 chadodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha chadodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki makor habracha merosh mekedem nesucha so ma'aseh b'machshavati la 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 chadodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela Hitoreri Hiva orek umi ori Uri shidaberi Kavod Adonai alayich nigla la 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 lecha dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela please rise Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha uvtzola toch emunei am segula boi chala lecha dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela la 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 lecha dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela Please rise or incline yourself, lift up as we join together in our call to worship Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Hu et Adonai Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed You may be seated. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or.
So here we are in our garden talking about our love of God and all of God's creation. And Bryson, do you have anything that you would like to share that you love about God
Well, the
and
part
your
that
love
I
from
love,
God?
what I love about it and for God, I love the trees and I love our garden, and there's so many things to be thankful for that I like, and I hope Trent has some things to say because I know it's his turn. It's his turn. So
And Trent, would you like to share too then?
For clouds.
Oh, I love clouds. What about clouds do you love? God's creation of clouds.
Clouds. And I'm thankful for this rainbow.
Oh.
אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, עמך תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו, וקומנו נעשייה בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו. לאורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה, נגה יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל.
After just being reminded of God's eternal love for us, we have Shema and Ve'ahavta. We have the instructions to pay attention and to love. And when you think about it, that's all you need to know. Pay attention and love. This is the prayer of our fathers and mothers. This is the prayer of our sisters and brothers. This is the prayer supporting all others we say. This is the prayer of our fathers and mothers. This is the prayer of our sisters and brothers. This is the prayer supporting all others we say. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Everything is God, everything is one. Baruch Shem Kibod, Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Yalla la la, 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 yalla la la. One more time. Yalla la la, This is the prayer of our fathers and mothers. This is the prayer of our sisters and brothers. This is the prayer supporting all others. We say.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובחומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, Adonai Elohechem emet.
Micha Mocha, who is like you, Adonai? This is the song that Moses and Miriam and the Israelites sang as they crossed the sea to freedom. The Israelites felt God when the sea split in front of them. And they sang, Adonai will be with us forever. When do you feel like Adonai is with you? Take a moment and breathe that question in and think about it, and share with us any thoughts you have in our comment section below. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha netar ba'kodesh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Norati lo oseh pele, norati lo oseh pele, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Malchutecha ra'u banecha, rokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, ze Elianu ve'amru, ze Elianu ve'amru, Adonai
shelter, I think of my house and how it offers me protection. I think safety means to feel comfortable and know that you're okay. I feel safe when I'm out in public and I have my mask on because I know I'm protecting myself and others.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom Hamidenu
What brings me joy is hanging out with people in my family.
What brings me joy is when I'm happy and I'm playing with my friends and my family.
ישמחו במלאכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת ישמחו במלאכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת מקדשי שבי שבת כולם ישבעו ויתענגו בטובך שבת ישמחו במלאכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת ישמחו במלאכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת לבש והיא רצית בו וקידש שבת חמדר ימים אותו קראת שבת ישמחו במלאכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת ישמחו במלאכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת זכר למעשה בראשית שבת זכר למעשה בראשית שבת ישמחו במלאכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת ישמחו במלאכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. Please rise or lift your bodies, lift your souls. Tativta, Ufi Agid Tehilatecha, Adonai Sifa Tativta, Ufi Agid Tehilatecha, Adonai, Adonai, Adonai Sifa Tativta. Yagid Tehilatecha, Adonai Sifa Tativta, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah El Hagadol Hagibor v'Chanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'konei hakol, v'socher hasteavot v'imahot, umevi gula lifnei v'nechem, lema'an shemo b'yachava, melech ozer u'mashiach u'magin, baruch atah Adonai, magin Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah, atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye metim atarav lechoshia, morid ha'atal, mechalkel chayim bechesed, mekayech metim berachamim ramim, somech noflim berofei cholim, umatir asurim, umechayim emunatov li shenei afar, michal mocha bal gilrot, umidom melech, melech memid, umechaye, umatmiya Yeshua, vene'eman ata lechachayot meitim, baruch ata Adonai, mechayech hametim. Ata kadosh v'shim hakadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom, yehalalucha selach. Baruch ata Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
Thankful for things that are in my life and appreciative for my family and friends and rainbows. I think peace is friendship and family because friendship is like two friends having equality between each other. And I think family is peace because it's like a group of people living together in harmony. Oh!
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech Adon v'chol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech Adon v'chol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov b'neinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
At this time, we think of all of those people in our lives who we want to invite God's healing presence to visit with them, to heal them, to make them strong, to make them whole, to renew them, body, mind, and spirit. We think especially from our congregational families of Evelyn Aronson, Chris Argall, Phoebe Brenner, Amy Cooper, Charles Berlin, Andrew Fisher, Boldemar Donye, Dean Gavney, Roger Gluckman, Gabby Goldberg, Beth Barnett, Bert Horwitz, Joe Chasen, Stuart Goodman, Alicia, Nita Hicks, Chris Kuntz, Bernard Leader, Dina Paul, Deborah Sanders, Julie Sherman, Bob Ward, Marlene Wexelblatt, Nancy Ash, Billy Jonas, Hyona Revere, Catherine Mann, Justine and Sophie Gottschalk, Susan Miller, Susan S., Rick Thompson, Adele Janow, Alan and Lee Klein, and Jeffrey Weinstein, and all the names Kevin will add from the chat.
Carlin's dad, Lois's mom, Gloria Cohen, Pat Cairns, Amy Erdy, Judy Ayers, David Holstein, Mort Diamond, Carol Lefton, Susan Dennison, Karen Yanisak, Jack Tarish, and Lauren Baskin.
Dear God of our ancestors, help us renew our faith. Grant us a perfect healing. Bring peace to all our days. El na ripana la, ripana la nu. El na ripana la, ripana la nu. Restore strength of body. Help clarify our minds. Refresh our tired spirit. Rejuvenate our lives. El na ripana la, ripana la nu. El na ripana la, ripana la nu. Thank you for all these blessings throughout our days and nights. We celebrate the journey, this precious gift of life. El na ripana la, ripana la nu. El na ripana la, ripana la nu.
יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך
יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי
As is our custom every month at Family Shabbat, we honor all those people who were born this month, who were brought into the world, who bring their unique gifts into every year of their life. And we offer you all blessings on another year, and we offer you the opportunity to feel a lot of gratitude for the year that has passed. So with that, I offer you these words. May God, who blesses all of our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, Leah, and all of those generations until this moment, continue to bless all of these people who were born this month of August, who have come together on this live stream with reverence for God and respect for Shabbat, and grateful for the gift of life they enjoy until this day. May you, the Holy One of Blessing, continue to bless them with the length of years, with good health, with the pleasure that comes with studying Torah, and the profound satisfaction that is found in living a life full of ma'asim tovim, acts of loving kindness. In celebrating this and all birthdays, may we be remembered, may we be reminded that people may count the days of their life, but a person of wisdom makes each and every day count. And let us say together, Amen, and join in our blessing of thanksgiving, Shehecheyanu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu hazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu hazman hazeh. Sure.
Big happy birthday to Damon Goldman, Jana Kellum, Ellie Rhodes, Sadie Sponder, Jonah Warsh, Samantha Davis, Buffy Skolnick, Takun Gottschalk, Quinn Green, Asher Edelman, Toby Huter, Dion Kempenich, Leora Jones, Gaia Goldman, Shane, Lawrence Davis, Jameson Warsh, Lily and Chloe Warsh, Darren Green, Toby Arbiter, Noah Meyer. Happy August birthday, everyone.
August birthdays, this is for you. Happy, happy, oh my friend. Blow out candles once again. Leave the presents all inside. Take my hand and let's take a ride backwards down the number line. You were 8 and I was 9. Do you know what happened then? Do you know why we're still friends? Laughing all these many years, we pushed through hardship, tasted tears, made a promise one to keep. I can still recite it in my sleep every time a birthday comes. Call your friend and sing a song, or whisper it into their ears. Write it down, just don't miss a year. You decide what it contains, how long it goes, but this remains. The only rule is it begins. Happy, happy, oh my friend. You decide what it contains, how it contains. How long it goes, but this remains. The only rule is it begins. Happy, happy, oh my friends. Happy birthday, our August friends. We love you. We are celebrating with you. And before we move on to the Devar, we have a beautiful Devar given by several of our Madrachim, people who I have year after year learned from, learned with. And they are joining us tonight, having put a lot of work and effort into this beautiful Devar. One person, however, is missing, and that is Justine Gottschalk. So we also thank her as well and enjoy our very special Devar.
Parashat Ikev is all about rules. The Israelites are told that if they obey these rules and observe them carefully, the eternal God will maintain faithfully for you the covenant made on oath with your fathers. With this, the Israelites are also tasked with teaching God's commandments to their children. Moses then reminds the people of the virtues of keeping God's commandments, and says that if the Israelites are successful in keeping God's laws, the land of Israel will overflow with milk and honey. In Parashat Ikev, we also read that a human does not survive on bread alone. To us, this phrase means that physical sustenance is not sufficient for a fulfilling life, and that people need spiritual nourishment as well. As the Israelites follow God's commandments and teach the rules to their children, they are fulfilling both their need and the children's need for spiritual nourishment. As Madrahim, we play a role in teaching our religious school students just as the Israelites were commanded to do.
I don't know many people my age that would look forward to waking up early on a Sunday, but I certainly do. Teaching both Kesher classes is one of the greatest pleasures in my life, and I enjoy the newness and the challenges that came with it. When I started in Devarim, I had trouble relating to the kids. With Kesher, I didn't. I could understand where their feelings were coming from, as I saw them in myself and my friends at that age. I love the feeling of making a difference in each kid's life. The teaching experience was new to me, and I have never been a madracha for that age. I learned along the way, which was great. I also love the experience of learning from people who wanted to teach. This has always been something that's very important to me in a religious school, and I try to implement this drive and love as much as I can. Being a madracha matters to me, and I try to show this as much as possible.
Each Sunday morning upon waking up, teacher is not the first word that comes to mind. Being a good leader has always been very important to me, yet I have trouble setting boundaries with people or peers I work with. Everyone loves the feeling of being liked, and I am no exception. Some may not consider me to be the best teacher, but I have full confidence in my paper airplanes, as the kids love to make and test them with me. I've witnessed many other teachers casting a shocked glance or two in my direction, but knowing the kids are paying attention to what I have to say makes all the difference. When I first came here in 2015, I was so excited to be taught by other kids. I feel like kids can relate more to kids than adults can even understand. I looked up to them as leaders and friends. I like to talk to older people. I feel that when I talk to kids, I was overlooked because my conversational skills have always been terrible. Once I moved here, my class was so welcoming. I've never met people so nice, and that has stuck with me. This temple has always been what I wanted in Jewish learning, because in Alabama, our temple is not fun to say the least. I'm sure that driving there an hour to get there was probably not ideal, especially since we reviewed the same material each and every year. In Hebrew school, we learned the Aleph Bet for every grade. Our teachers had better places to be, and we weren't the first priority, and we knew it. I always was an optimist, so everything turned out okay, but let me just say, North Carolina was a huge change.
I do not remember much about our old religious school, but for however old I get, I will never forget the compassion and joy for learning in that building. Several incredible teachers helped create this pure atmosphere, but no one did it quite like Amanda Diamond Ring. She fostered a love for Judaism in our class in the rickety old religious school that I have not found in any other synagogue around the country. On the half-an-hour car rides into town, I remember my heartbeat and my excitement going through the roof to see my community and my people. That is the feeling I, as a Madrahim, and so many of my peers are attempting to recreate every week. But she simply had a way of drawing you in and feeding you some hearty Jewish knowledge. While Every classroom appeared the same when empty. When Amanda's class was in the building, you could feel it. Seth had done a great job of giving us the tools to be a great teacher, but it's on us to strive to be a monumental teacher, and we've had some incredible role models to work off of.
As Madrachim, we have cherished every moment we have spent teaching and learning from our students at religious school. But these moments we have shared about our time as Madrachim barely scratch the surface of our own journeys into being young Jewish adults. As we watch our students learn and grow, we remember all the paths we walked that led us to these moments. We remember teachers who held our hand and showed us where to step. I feel lucky to have grown up in this community. I've had many of the same teachers for most of my life. Seth Kellum was, for many of us, the greatest camp director to ever live. While I am no longer a Camp Ruach camper, and he is now technically my boss, his ability to teach and guide me and my fellow Madrachim has never faltered. The teachers I had as a child are now my greatest confidants. Growing up, everywhere I looked, there was a person in this community willing to spend a moment with me and share a piece of their own wisdom. That has always been true of this community, and I think we see it even more clearly as we continue to step into our roles as Madrachim. It has been an honor to play a small part in guiding our students, but that would not be possible without our own teachers, whose wisdom and guidance continues to light our way.
At the end of this week's Parsha, there is one line that is fairly well known and stood out to me. Moses describes the Promised Land as a land flowing with milk and honey. When I thought about what was meant by this statement, I wondered, was there a lot of milk and honey in Israel, or was this meant to be a metaphor? And if so, what does milk and honey represent in this story? I think it represents things that are special and were not often enjoyed, especially by the Israelites, who are still in the middle of the desert. By describing Israel as a land with plenty of the things that normally would only be enjoyed on special occasions, Moses was trying to explain, in a way the Israelites could understand, how awesome the Promised Land would be. I think this applies to our temple community as well. We chose to become Madrachim, even though it meant waking up early on a Sunday, to make sure that the kids who come after us have a great experience every time they come to Sunday school. I think it is our job to make our religious school a place metaphorically flowing with milk and honey. One of the ways we can make this goal a reality is by showing up every week, helping plan activities and crafts for our students, and encouraging them to explore their Jewish identities. In this portion, we also learn that we need spiritual nourishment as well as physical sustenance. When we teach our students each week, we fill them with spiritual nourishment, and they fill us with nourishment when they share their ideas with us. By being good leaders, role models, and teachers for our students, we create an environment where they learn and have fun, and eventually come back and share their wisdom with us, which continues to make our community a land that flows with milk and honey.
Shelo asanu kigoye haratzot, velo samanu kishmibchot ha'adama. Shelo sam hakenu kahem, vegoralenu chol ha'amonam. Va'anachnu korim u'mitachavim u'modim
Lifnei melech malkei hamalchim
HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech ol kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Our thoughts turn now to those who are no longer with us in their bodies, but they're with us in our hearts, and they're with us in our being. And as we remember these from our congregational families who were taken from us in recent days, we think of Jackie Gluckman, my aunt, and Frank Miller, husband of Judy Miller, father of Carrie, Megan, and Jesse, and Steve Meshnick, cousin of Lori, Carl, Hayden, and Lillian Johnson, and Edith Housefather Beanstalk, the mother of Sam Housefather, all who were taken from us in recent days. And we also acknowledge the yard sites of Marcia Amata, Abe Ainspan, Leonard Levinson, Ellen Sirota, and
Kevin, it looks like Rabbi is frozen. Would you mind sharing us with any additional names that we may have from our congregation?
Sylvia Zoller, Abe Anspan, Lillian Litkin, Joseph Roberts, Mary Schulruff, Helen Sirota, Jeffrey Reeder, Leonard Levinson, Harriet Rothman, as well as Nancy Morgan, Sally Dembele, and Alice Slatke.
and Marcia Amata. And did you hear the recent deaths, or did I get cut off? Okay. May all of their lives abide among us as a loving and living benediction. You may rise if it is your custom or you are in mourning for the Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah Adivrach Hirutei v'chmalchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayedecho Beit Yisrael Ba'agalau bizman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam olamei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shmei d'kudsha brichu. Le'elamin kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amirah Imru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'Chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'Imru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Mromav. Huya Aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'al Kol Yoshmei Tevel V'Imru Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. My name is Shane, and I am representing the Board of Trustees this evening. And I have a really long list of announcements, so please bear with me. Thank you to Rabbi, Seth, and all the families and students who participated in tonight's service. We are grateful to Cindy Filer and her religious school committee for creating these wonderfully interactive services where we get to see so many friendly and familiar faces. It's really great. For those of you who tuned in tonight on the YouTube link, please be sure to let Buffy know that you are using the service and value it. We have one more week before deciding if we'll keep this new service, so please let your voice be heard. Just email or call the office and let us know you would like to keep the YouTube live stream. Torah Study Lunch and Learn has had great success and will continue on Mondays at noon in August. Email the office for the Zoom link if interested. Join Seth on Tuesday mornings at 8:30 for B'nai Shachrit, Builders of Morning Prayer, a lovely way to start your day in communal prayer. Email Seth for the Zoom link to join. CBHD Engagement Committee announced a new Zoom discussion series recently. The second session, The News of the Week, will be held on August 12th at 7 p.m. Please call or email Chuck Rosenblum for the details and the Zoom link. What would we do without Zoom? Be on the lookout in Tuesday's email for Marty Gillen's new series, Greetings and a Joke. We are really enjoying these, and boy, do we need jokes. In your email Tuesday, there was information about an online program series entitled Becoming Anti-Racist Allies, Paths to Solidarity. There are 2 more sessions spanning topics like understanding reparations and creating an anti-racist future. Just my kitty cat. All programs require advanced registration. Let's join together for a better future for our Black community. Our Tikkun Olam committee is urging us all to vote in our upcoming presidential election this fall. The easiest way is by absentee ballot. In North Carolina, absentee ballots are available to all registered voters without any preconditions. Check your email Tuesday for the link to the form. Ted Zoller is happy to answer all questions about this process. We'll continue to send this information to you for the next few months. So important, this election. Let's not forget about Shabbat Shalom videos for the beginning of our services. We love seeing your faces. Take 2 seconds, film yourself saying Shabbat Shalom, and email it to Kevin Ring to be part of our opening greetings of Shabbat services. Kevin's email is on your Tuesday email. Our new fiscal year began this July 1st. If you have not submitted your 2021 fair share or have an outstanding balance, we really need to hear from you. Please use ShulCloud for your commitment and pay balances online, or call Buffy in the office if you need assistance. Look for registration links for events and programs in CBHT emails, or call the office for more info. Thanks for bearing with me. Shabbat Shalom, y'all. Hopefully we'll meet again soon.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. L'chaim.
L'chaim. And I have a vegan challah here for you, Seth, and Kevin and Amanda. Let's all join with our beautiful congregation. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon.
You know, the study of Torah is so sweet, but when your students and past campers are the ones teaching it, it's even sweeter. So let's join together for our closing song, Sweet as Honey. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on sweet words of Torah, sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Baruch atah Adonai, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah. One last time. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on sweet words of Torah, sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Thanks for all of those of you who stayed on with us. You get an extra song. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Baruch atah Adonai. Baruch atah Adonai. Eloheinu melech haolam. Baruch atah Adonai. Eloheinu melech haolam. Shenatan lanu hizdamnut l'teken et haolam. When I think of how lucky we are that we have this world, this incomplete world that we get to be a part of mending, and we have mensches like the ones who gave our Devar tonight, I feel real good about that. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Lila Tov, good night everybody, for real this time.
Good night. Shabbat Shalom.